I'm Alicia Moreira and I have 28 years old. I'm a Portuguese graphic designer and illustrator. I created this channel to be able to show you my kitty cats. I created this channel to be able to share my passion for drawing and some of my knowledge about it. And because I also think most of the time seeing someone draw can be very soothing. Seeing the paint drip and the pencil scribble on a sheet of paper. Welcome to my channel!
Today, what I will need to draw is a charcoal pencil, charcoal sticks and compressed charcoal, a kneadable eraser and a stump. The sheet of paper is a beige paper measuring 49 per 70 centimeters, but it can be any other paper. This one is nice because it has some texture, so the charcoal sticks better to the paper. I start by cutting a frame. I'm putting it in a centered position and making a line around it. I should be using a masking tape, but I don't have one now, so I'm using this office tape carefully to not tear the paper off. After I made some sketches, I choose to draw Baba-Yaga like she had been photographed in an old portrait. She is usually portrayed with a variety of typical attributes: a turning chicken-legged cabin, and a mortar, a pestle, a mop or a broom. I've seen other elements like birds, bones and potion ingredients added to her descriptions. On this portrait, I will include the cabin and the raven. I will draw Baba-Yaga in the center of the composition. Behind her cabin, and the raven will be on her shoulder. I will start by drawing smooth lines with a charcoal pencil in order to find the form of the idealized elements. Charcoal and graphite don't mix with each other because graphite pencils are made of a mixture of clay and graphite, and therefore graphite has some grease in it. Now I can start filling. I surround myself with photos and pictures of old people as references for the wrinkles and the face muscles affected by age. I use a pencil to make some lines that I know that will be part of the final drawing, but if we aren't sure about the lines, we can make some blurred areas and keep searching for a more realistic shape. I ended making the mouth interior totally black, in a reference to the potions that Baba-Yaga could have taken, and because she's timeless. It's time to think about some accessories that can be added to the character. Searching for references, I noticed some type of tiara, earrings and necklaces, all of them looking very mythical. We are talking about a witch, aren't we? I wanted the light to have a mysterious effect, so it will go from the right to the left and project some dark shadows. Now I can use the compressed charcoal to help me with that, and use the stump to smudge and blur some areas, creating shades of grey. Baba-Yaga has long white hair with a half-up messy bun. Now that Baba-Yaga is shaped, I will do the raven. Because it isn't an attribute that I want to emphasize, I'm drawing a silhouette and making it fade in the background. Then later I will add some details. I still haven't found my kneadable eraser because I haven't drawn with charcoal for some years now. So to draw the hair, I'm using a pen-shaped eraser. What I'm doing is creating a negative, filling the paper in black and removing the charcoal with the eraser to draw the white hair in the dark area. Now I will do the cabin, because I thought I didn't need to look at some references for this one. I ended up making a mess. I'm drawing the chicken legs in the wrong direction, so I will rectify this later. I'm using the compressed charcoal to make a general shape of the cabin. Because this was huge areas to smudge, I used my hand to do it. but because our hands have some grease and that may cling to the paper and make a mess, I recommend using a paper towel or a tissue under your hand. I'm back to Baba-Yaga to create more props and details. I choose to add some feathers on her shoulder as a reference to the Hagraven feather from Skyrim. I play Smite in my free time, and Baba-Yaga was announced as a new god, so I thought now was the right time to put this idea I had to draw her into practice. Also, being quarantined motivated me, forced me to draw only with the media I had at home. I chose a large sheet of paper to give splendor to the character, and also because I quickly get lost in details, a white paper helps us to not stick to details really quickly. Our hand is freer to draw, plus I'm drawing while standing, and that's a nice way to stay more distant from the paper too. Now that I finally found my Kneadeble Eraser, I'm using it to smooth all areas that I think that have too much of charcoal, even if I must draw against some of it. The charcoal sticks are made with natural products made of carbonized twigs, so they are softer than compressed charcoal, making it better to use in the background that I want to be less dark than the rest. The idea is to use the stump with the sfumato technique, which Leonardo da Vinci was notorious for, creating a softening gradient with layers till the horizon, as if it were out of focus like a lens. I use the Kneadable Eraser to draw the raven's beak by removing charcoal. By the way, I apologize for the flickering light. Going back to Baba-Yaga, I'm going to draw the chest. I'm making 3 necklaces with different sizes with teeth, bones, a raven skull and a medallion with hidden symbolism. On the sleeves I'm putting some stripes to look like leather with metal buttons. I go back to darkening the background and highlighting the air with the eraser. With less detail, I'm adding shape to the cabin by drawing chicken feathers on the bottom and placing a door on it. I'm also adding more charcoal to the foggy background to be able to blend the cabin with it. Now, affecting all the drawings, I'm darkening some parts of the shadow to create a more three-dimensional volume to Baba-Yaga. At this stage, I can't forget to put fixative on the charcoal drawing. If there is no proper fixative at home, hairspray also does the trick. That's what I'm applying, by the way, about 20 centimeters distant from the paper sheet. Starting the second part, the frame. Initially I thought about using the template that I had cut. Then I realized I want to draw a wider frame and it so didn't fit in. I made some sketches of what I wanted the frame to look like, but drawing it in a real size now is helping me to understand what degree thicknesses I really want. Using the pencil as a ruler, I started to mark the inner frame that would be next to the drawing. I found the midpoint, the center, with the help of my computer, where I took measures from a photograph of the drawing. The idea is to make half a frame and the other side to be symmetrical. To this frame I used a mix of references like the Louis XVI style with leaves and flowers, and added other elements like a goat skull and a jewelry ornament. I grabbed a sheet of tracing paper to pass the drawing to the other side. If I didn't have this paper, I could have used the window to transfer the drawing to a normal sheet. The backlight would help as if it were a big light table. I should be using the shackle pencil to outline the drawing, so I will have to correct this situation. For the same reason that I already talked about, not mixing graphite and charcoal. Then I'm turning the sheet of tracing paper upside down and making the drawing on the other side. I'm using a blue pen to see where the drawing has already been marked. Now that I have the frame drawn symmetrically, I will move on to fill in. I'm using a reference photo to create the goat skull. The direction of light that I made in the drawing of Baba-Yaga here no longer needs to be the same, because it is as if it were one world we need another. For this one I decided to make the light more of a frontal light, drawing it with charcoal. In order to create some volume to the shapes of the frame, I created the light illusion by leaving the paper blank. I'm also using my sketchbook drawings as reference to draw the roses. I emphasize here the importance of drawing while standing, because of that helps loosen your hands up. If you do this, you end up drawing faster because you manage to draw longer lines. Feel free to leave me references on the comment section for your Baba-Yaga drawings or a well-made lore about this supernatural being.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was a helpful video. If you like it, please subscribe. Keep drawing, stay safe. See you next time. Bye.